Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Kat. I went to make a video early this morning and unfortunately we were so off track it wasn't even funny. So I deleted it and I'm going to start over. Right now it's 9 o'clock at night and I thought we would work on this a little bit and whoop, sorry about that. I didn't mean to move you. Jeez, just yank you around, didn't I? Anyhow, and so what we're working on is 3820, and it is the letter L. Yeah, for some reason I had you completely off frame during the entire video while I was filming outside this morning. The problem is it's hard to see the screen because of the bright light. And so, anyhow, so when I finally reviewed it and I went, no. So I ended up deleting it. But that's okay. We'll just start over. And so as you can see, we're working on Eeyore and Pooh Bear. I don't have a whole lot left to do on this one. A little bit, but not a lot. And I put my light pad on a little thing that holds it at an angle. I've used this setup a couple of times, but figured I'd try it again and see if it's a little more comfortable, because the last time I had a different table. And so let's see, any L's over here that I can see? No. Okay, just keep going then. And so I've got a little bit taller of a table compared to what I had originally, and it seems to be a little more comfortable. I'm not having to lay my light pad and my work completely flat, so that'll work. I'm having to do this upside down because I don't want to have to reach all the way across to get to the drill field that I'm trying to work on. So right now we are working on doing Pooh Bear's face. Yeah, today was a beautiful day. It was nice. It wasn't hot at all, and it had a nice breeze going on, and so it was nice this morning. Yeah, me and the kitties, we came out, oh, I don't know, it was about 9:30, 10 o'clock. And we came in about a little after 1. And so that way the girls could come in and eat and whatnot, and take another nap. So right now they are hanging out in the bathtub. Why? I have no idea. And so they are in the other room, so I don't have to worry with them trying to figure out what in the heck they're getting into. uh, they are a handful, let me tell you. Yeah, I was digging out my little rack that I have here, and I found 3 of my diamond painting pins. sitting back there as well. I said, oh, okay. I didn't even realize they were down there. So anyway, so I'm using a different one today. You know, I like these these fat ones because they're a little more comfortable on your hands. Those little skinny ones, they aggravate my arthritis. So yeah, I was watching Rona Trade Wheel earlier, and she was working on a diamond painting that had a pretty design of a cat on it. And I was watching her for a little while. And so anyway, yeah, my daughter went and got her groceries this morning. Got that over with. Then she came home and put everything away and put a load of laundry in, and then she went and crashed for a couple hours. Yeah, which I can't say as I blame her. Yeah, she's got to go back to work tomorrow, so. Yeah. Sorry about that. Ended up with a commercial for some reason. Anyhow, so yeah, I'm trying to think of some stories to tell. You know, I can't think of anything right offhand. Oh, I'm sure something will come in mind. Whenever I'm working on a diamond painting, something always comes in and goes, oh, hey, you know, what about this story? What about that story? That kind of thing. So, yeah, my daughter's out in the living room watching TV. She's watching, what is it, Naked and Afraid, I think she said. Yeah, they're in the couple that's there. It's a young woman. She's 28 years old, and her partner uh, is a 47-year-old, I think he said. And they're in New Mexico in the desert. Well, that's a hot place to be. Yeah, it's hot in the day, but I understand it gets very cold at night. So, I don't know. Never been there, so I don't know. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, when I was a little bit younger and a whole lot sprier, I used to want to travel and go to all these different places. You know, when I was a kid growing up, my dad was in the military, and so they moved us around a lot. And he had to go to, he was and he was a trainer. He used to train people on how to shoot guns. I keep wiggling that thing around. Anyhow, um, he so we 6 months out of the year we lived in a travel trailer because we traveled from all these different military bases when we were little. And so we had our moments on the road out there, you know. My mom, she loved it, but my mom was a gypsy at heart. She loved to travel. And so that was right up her alley. She said she could go in that little tiny trailer, clean it, and have it all cleaned and spotlessly clean and everything put away within about 20 minutes. Which, you can't blame her for that. When you live in a big house, and you got, 3 kids, it can get pretty messy pretty quickly, you know. But yeah, we traveled around a lot. We'd been to the Grand Canyon when I was little. Uh, let's see. We went to I don't know the name of the park, but it's where the great big redwood trees grow. I think that's in Northern California, I think. And we've been a lot of places. I think the one place that my dad never went to, and that was Alaska. You know, and so, but we were just like gypsies at heart. About every 6 months, my mom would get, itchy feet and want to move on. But she knew she couldn't because she had the kid. She had us kids, and we had to stick around and stay in school and that kind of stuff. You know, but that didn't stop her from wanting to travel. She would want it, but unfortunately, after my dad got out of the military, they didn't travel as much. Back in the day, a long time ago, they didn't. Men and women didn't travel like they do today. You know, I mean, my mom was 18. No, she was older than that. She had just turned in her 20s, I think, and got an opportunity to travel, and she took off and went to Japan, of all places. Now, you gotta remember, this is back in it was after the war was over, so I think it was like 1948, something like that, 1947. And she was stationed in Tokyo with the civil service, and what they were is a lot of they were civil servants, but they worked for the military. They were like secretaries and stuff like that, and clerks and whatnot. They were civilians, but they worked for the army, and that's how my mom and dad met. She was over there in Japan. He was in Japan, was stationed there, and they just happened to meet and started dating. And 2 years later, when they came back to the States, they got married. You know, and but yeah, my mom was one of the strange ones because back in that day, most girls stayed home until they got married, and then if they did do any traveling, they traveled with their husbands. It's not like it is today where the girls are traveling all the time, all over the place. And most of the time they're on their own. But back a long time ago, that's not the way things were done. Yeah, things have changed considerably compared to what they used to be at this one. And so I think we got all the L's. No, we don't. We got a couple more. Got one there. And one right there. problem is the L's and the 7s look a lot alike, and they're and they're kind of near each other, so it's hard to. And you're looking at them upside down on top of that. So where did you go? There you are. And but they traveled a lot. It wasn't that bad. And then when we came along, we traveled a lot with them. So it's just normal everyday thing for us. You know, as you can see, I've got this sector right here to finish. I got this one right here. This is kind of about halfway done. And then this one, and then I'm done. So we're getting there. All right, here we go. All right, in number 23, 3855, 3861. There it is. 3855. Yeah, I don't have quite enough room on this table for this painting and everything else, plus my large box of little containers. So I have to reach back and forth across to the other desk. I would use the other desk, but unfortunately it's got stuff all up underneath where your knees would be going. And and I honestly do not have any place to put all that stuff. So I use the under part of that desk as a storage area. So that's the hard part about living in a very, very small space. But most everything I've got stored under there is crafting stuff. Like I said, I need to go through it and start getting rid of some of it. But I don't. I just hate getting rid of my crafting stuff. But anyway, because I got sewing stuff in there, I've got crochet back in there, I've got cross stitch in there. So I got a little bit of everything stuck under that desk. But yeah, we're making some progress though. Come on. Yeah, I was trying to film this morning. Everything I touched either fell on the floor or just basically screwed up, and it just wasn't coming out the way it's supposed to. So I just wasn't having a good day. I hope you can hear me because I know I'm a very, very late. I don't talk real loud. Yeah, I was checking on my Temu orders, and I've got one I think that should be coming in a day or two now. It's almost here. So that's the only thing I don't like about Temu is it takes forever to get them. So I mean, I can put in several orders all at once, and over a few, just 2 or 3 days, and it takes forever to get them. It's the only reason I don't really care too much for Temu on that aspect. But everything else I do, I like Temu. I like, their quality is pretty good, and and whatnot, and their prices are, budget friendly, and that's the main thing right there for me. Now, when I first started, the first time I ever bought um, a diamond painting from Temu, which was several years ago, I tell you what, I was not impressed. It was so pixelated, and it was just no. The glue was not very good. It was very pixelated. I just didn't. It was very poor quality. Well, then about a year or so later, I figured, well, I'll give it one more shot, and I'll order something and see if their quality has improved any. And they surprised me. It had improved quite a bit. And I've been buying diamond paintings from Temu ever since. And then I started looking at their cross stitch, and they had some pretty good cross stitch too. So I said, okay. So their quality has improved since they've, since I started, got to know who they were, you know, and I continue to buy from them, you know. I know that it all comes from China and all of that, but thing is I would buy American made, but unfortunately, um, American made is uh, quality's okay, but their prices are just through the roof, and a lot of people can't afford it. Now, see, if the American made products would lower their prices, and not have it so expensive, more people would buy from them, right? Unfortunately, they don't see it that way. They're more interested in making the almighty buck. So, now there's one that I like that comes from Amazon, and what's it called? Art Dot? Is it Diamond Dot or Art Dot? Art Dot, I think. And now their quality on those are really good. The first time I ever did one, all right, it was really nice. It had some nice ABs in it. It had whoops, get over there, and they had really nice, clean drills. The canvas was good. The glue was good. It had a good. I couldn't complain. You know, and I think I'm gonna have to have some wax. Having trouble picking up, and but but yeah, no, I like the Art Dot. Their quality is good. But I used to buy from Biggest Craft. Used to buy from Fan Sales. That was one of my favorites, Fan Sales. Mm. And there was another one that I used to buy my products from. I can't remember who it was. Not Fan Cells. Paint Some Way. That was it. Paint Some Way. So those are mainly the three ones that I used to buy my canvases and stuff from. And then Timu's quality started getting a lot better, and their prices were pretty good. So I just started buying from Timu. You know, it's pretty yellow. Yeah, my oldest brother, he lives in Fort Lauderdale, and his daughter, my niece, she works for Disney World down there. She works in the arts graphics department area. Yeah, she's one of the artists that works down there. And so, yeah, she used to, when she was going to school, she went to school at, what's that? Juilliard Art School or whatever it was. Yeah, she was a student there for a long time. You know, she was lucky. She was able to. She had enough talent that she got to go to that school and develop her artistic talents. But then again, her mother was an artist too, so yeah, sure. Her mother was I don't know if she's still doing it. Not probably not. She's probably retired now, but uh, her mom was an artistic blacksmith. She used to do all these really elaborate, fancy staircase um, railings and stuff. Did all the fancy ones, and so she was actually a blacksmith, and she did a lot of artwork. She did staircases. She did gates, like driveway gates, and very elaborate kind of stuff. Ironwork. It was really gorgeous. Some of the stuff she did. She's very talented. And her daughter, Caitlin, all right, she took after her mama and had that inbuilt natural artistic talent. And with having the mom that she had, and she had the dad that she was able to develop that artistic flair of hers. And she used to do, what is it called, anime? She used to draw anime all the time. And that's actually what got her a job at at Disney. So. But she lives in Florida, lives there in Orlando, and she works for Disney. And then my youngest brother, he used to work for, I think it was aerospace, and they would build airplanes, fighter jets, things like that. And as far as I know, he's still there, I think. Well, no, he's retired now because he's older than I am. And but yeah, he did that for many, many years. And then I don't know what his son does. I'm not really sure. But my niece, his daughter, she is let's see, she works for a bank. She's not a bank teller. She is a person that investigates people's wanting to take out big loans, and she'll investigate the loan applications. I'm not sure of the title. I'm not really sure, but that's what she does. And but yeah, she used to work for a bank down there in St. Petersburg. So as you can see, all of my family is in Florida. The only ones that are up here in Georgia is me, my daughter, and my grandson, and my son-in-law. We don't have any other family. All right, well, it's been about 30 minutes now. And so we're getting there. I'll have this thing done before you know it. Yeah. I need to get on the stick and start sealing some of these diamond paintings that I've been doing. I do them and then I set them aside and go on to something else, and then I forget to go back and seal them. So, and I've got some pretty good size ones that I need to seal, but it's kind of hard to do and keep the cats off of them too. So I have to lock the cats up in a cage or something for a couple hours. I don't know. Get in there. Alrighty, well, it's been about 35 minutes, so what we're going to do is bring this to an end and get it uploaded. So you'll be able to either see it late tonight or possibly tomorrow. And so y'all have a great evening, and take care of each other. Try to stay warm or stay safe. And we will talk to you again tomorrow. Now, I might even do an early morning one tomorrow. We'll see. But anyway, you have a good day. Have a good evening. God bless you. God bless your families. And we will see you tomorrow, okay? All right. Bye-bye.